If you've spent any time outside, you may have noticed more mosquitoes swarming around you these days. Not only that, but you may also have been swatting them away at times you wouldn't normally expect them, like earlier in the year. Meteorologist Scott Covert finds that this increase is real, and it's more than just a nuisance, it's a growing public health concern.
Anytime where we've got lots and lots of rain, especially in the summer when it's hot and humid, that's going to be the ideal conditions for mosquitoes to have lots of habitat to develop in.
Heat and humidity, it's nothing we're unfamiliar with in Arkansas, but a couple of key things are changing.
Temperatures are higher earlier in the year. Definitely an increase in mosquito conditions.
But this is Arkansas. After all, mosquitoes are a sign of summer as much as sunburns and ice cream trucks, so why the concern? Well, Dr. Emily McDermott, she's a bug scientist at the University of Arkansas, and she's been tracking these changing conditions and what they mean for us.
There's evidence that populations are, higher earlier and later in the year as well.
To better understand the why behind these longer mosquito seasons, we've got to consider what makes for good mosquito conditions. According to the National Institutes for Health, that's anytime the temperatures are between 50 and 95 degrees and when the relative humidity is 42% or more. Now, because of our planet's changing climate, we're seeing more and more and more of those days right here in the natural state. In fact, take a look at this almanac data. All the way from 1970 to today, we find a modest but steady rise in not only the temperatures, but the humidity as well. And because of that, Little Rock now seeing an additional 11 days a year of these ideal mosquito conditions. In Pine Bluff, 16 more days, 17 more in Fayetteville. Now that's the past compared to the present, but as for the future?
As we start to see longer summer type periods, those mosquitoes are going to be active for longer during the year. They're going to be able to bite more. They're going to be able to lay more eggs, and that's going to increase their populations as well.
And our changing climate doesn't just mean more heat and humidity, but it also includes those extreme weather events like the flooding we've seen recently. That too plays a role in all of this.
We always see big emergences of mosquitoes associated with kind of these extreme storm events. They're creating large amounts of habitat for mosquitoes to develop in, and they do tend to happen in warmer parts of the year.
You want to ensure that you don't have standing bodies of water around your house, because mosquitoes can breed in varying amounts of water, including even as small as a bottle cap.
Laura Rothfeld is the state veterinarian with the Arkansas Department of Health, and that's where they keep a close eye on mosquito-borne illnesses across the state. And with an increase in mosquito population comes an increase in concern.
We do have West Nile virus, and we do have people that will get sick with it. We have identified Eastern equine encephalitis, or triple E, in horses in recent years, even in centralized in Pulaski County within areas of high populations.
It's a concern that's also shared by bug experts.
We've seen an increase in the number of mosquito-borne illnesses in the United States over the last 10 years or so, and there's no reason to think that that trend is suddenly going to go down.
And it's that trend that has experts believing the increase in mosquitoes is more than just a nuisance, rather a canary in a coal mine.
Climate change is happening, and whether or not we are contributing to it is the debate. But it's certainly happening, and certainly ticks and mosquitoes will follow along with that.
The Arkansas Department of Health urges Arkansans to take action to prevent mosquito and tick bites and the diseases they can bring. Some of their tips include using an EPA-approved insect repellent outdoors, wearing long sleeves and pants when possible, and getting rid of standing water on your property.